Bio 2. What an amazing experience. On the first week, we went to the blueberry dig site and we had to set the area up first. Then Miss Reynolds talked to us about the history while we took plenty of notes. This is Dr. Butler and Mr. Davis gathering a whole bunch of midden so we can sift and find artifacts. We found a bunch of cool stuff like pottery, bone tools, flags, and even an old deer mantle bowl. Then we went to the KVAC lab and learned how to bag, sort, and organize the different artifacts. This is Steven labeling a bag. After that, we went to the trail at SFCC and learned about the many plants that lie there. This is me and Steven gathering information about the tree. We also went to the MoFac Museum at SFCC and we saw many unique murals and artifacts. For the next 2 weeks, we went to the preserves. We would hike to HQ, we would circle up, and then we would have our morning worships. After our morning worships, Mr. Davis would send us to our hammocks so we could have tag time. After the tag time, we would go to our fieldwork and do box transits. We found the biomasses and the dominant species. We also did a belt transit. This is Matthew, he's doing a watercolor. We did 3 watercolors, look up, look down, and all around. And we also had to learn knots. We did many challenges like the monster and the blind walk to help our teamwork. The next week, we stayed at Walker Memorial Academy and we did turtle surveys at the outdoor chapel. We also went to Lake Lillian and tested the waters using a chemical test kit and did benthics. It was pretty fun, but also pretty tedious. Finally, Chattooga. After 12 long hours in a car full of singing, laughing, and anticipation, we finally get to the camp in the middle of the night, but when we woke up, it was beautiful. We would have worship every day and make our own meals. After that, we worked on what we did at the preserves, such as the transits, dominant species, and the biomasses. We even went to Georgia on a makeshift boat. What an epic fail. Then the next day we went water rafting. It's an adventure I'll never forget. We then went to the Chattooga beach and we did chemical tests, benthics, and the stream flow studies. The very next day we went to our very own waterfalls. We saw the geocache the spiritual leaders left. Wow, this place is gorgeous. We also had to do the same studies we did at the Chattooga beach. After we finished all our work, we had to hike back and this massive hailstorm destroyed this tree. This is Diane watercoloring at the East Fort. Chattooga, hopefully I'll see you soon. For the last week of Bio 2, we had to clean up the courtyard for the upcoming school year. We weeded, we cleaned up many trees, we cleaned up the aquariums, we built the bridge, and we added new mulch and planted more flowers. We also watched an interesting movie called Never Cry Wolf. Thank you, Mr. Davis, and the Bio 2 class for letting me have this wonderful experience I'll never forget.